everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll show you how to take pictures like this and how to make custom camera packs like the ones you can find at Simrap Market. Now I'm going to show you how to make these because $12, I mean it's not a lot of money, but you buy an iRacing car or track with that money. You know, it's not a convenient amount of money for some people, like kids. But they are cool to have and use. But I really don't want to buy one, so I'm going to make my own. And I have an example of one I made going up right now. So now that you've seen that, I'll show you how to make one here. So to get your custom cameras, or to get to the cameras, you'll hit Control F12. This brings up the camera edit menu, and then you'll see all these. You won't need them for now. So I'm not really a big fan of the TV3 cam, but it's a good starting point for the speed shot I want to use, like the ones I showed you at Charlotte. So Control 12. Let's start on the front stretch. See where we can start there. Okay, so it looks like you only get two cameras. I guess these are just two camera tracks. So I guess we'll work with what we got. So for this one, we'll probably set it. I'd like to get it up close, right about here. Get right up next to that wall. The issue is you can't really see the cars there, so we'll bring it up just a tad. So this camera starts really early, and I don't really like that because, see, this flag stands in the way. I'd like it to start somewhere right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to set and start endpoints right here. These tell the game where to start the camera when it changes. So it'll tell the game when to go from this camera to this camera. And I'd like it to start right about here. So I'll hit set start, and now we can turn that off and go back here. Now it shouldn't start until maybe right here. Set start. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, okay, I know what it is. We're gonna have to do this camera first. So we'll have to set endpoint for this camera, because this camera ends right here, so it automatically switches over. So to fix that, we have to wait. We have to go about right there and hit set end, and that tells the camera when to end and when to come over to this camera over here. Yep, fixed it immediately. So we'll bring it in just a bit more. A little more zoom out, a little more in. I'd like to get that right there. The zoom, I guess we'll bring it out a little bit. Move this one. We can zoom out so I can tell where we're going to be. Probably right here where this real camera is. bring it up just a bit more. So let's see where this other camera ends. Ends a little too early, so we'll end it right about there. Set end. Turn this camera off so we can switch in. Okay, there you have it. Custom little speed shot there. So to save it, you'll hit Control 12, bring this back up, save track, and then you can name it whatever. LA Speed Quali Cam. That's what I named the one for Charlotte. So now if you hit load track, it should be there. Now let's focus on the on-car cameras. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of the iRacing ones. They're not really realistic. They just kind of sit in the middle when, well, I guess the NASCAR sanctioned cars do have the cameras on the bumper, the pinball cam, and the ones on top, but they don't have them on this car, so we can still do some other ones. What about the one for the rear bumper? No, not one for the rear bumper. So I guess we can do a driver cam. So we could do, well, let's do a pedal cam. We'll do, not roll bar. Sacrifice a left front suspension because they're not really good cameras. Airplane bias, bring it all the way up. Turn the shake down. Bring the FOV out so I can see where I'm pointing it to. Bring the P down. Bring the FOV out a little more. There is our pedal cam, and then we'll hit, instead of save track, we'll hit save car. Pedal cam. We'll do left front like that. And then we can do a driver cockpit cam. And so we'll do the right front this time. So we'll have it kind of near plane bias, bring it back down. Turn this around. Set it right here, really, actually. Turn that. So that'll be my cockpit cam for the driver. So let's save car. Cockpit cam. Right front. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to take pictures with the pit lane cam and the chase cams. So we'll start with pit lane first. We've already got our car set up where we want it. I'm trying to replicate that Xfinity picture, one of the first ones I showed you. I'll put it back up on screen. So we'll try to replicate that. You don't want to do static because it won't focus on the car. And if you zoom in and you want that motion blur, you'll have to hit the next frame and the car will be blurry and not the background. So keep it on that car. So now we've got our frame, line it up good, get down. Zoom in. Don't want to get too close though. My general rule of thumb is a good amount between the splitter and the top piece here. It should work out pretty good. There's your screenshot. You can either do, there's two ways to screenshot. You can do Windows G, bring up the taskbar, and you can hit screenshot. Or you can do Shift Windows S and bring up the actual snippet tool and I like to crop out the Iracing.com. I just don't really like the look of it, but if you do that, I'd recommend shortening the space up here versus the bottom, so you don't get that weird effect. There's your screenshot. So now we can do it with the far chase, or chase, doesn't matter which one. I like to use far chase, because I use the chase one. And the bad thing about this is that you find your camera angle, you like it, it follows it now. Instead of with the pit lane cam, it kind of stays here and it follows the car, but it's not going to keep moving with the car and not change positions like this, if that makes sense. See, far chase, it keeps going with the car and being weird. So that's the only reason I don't really like that much. Or using far chase that much. We'll get a little higher a shot here. We'll turn the near plane bias down, the fence out the way. And the good thing with this is if you hit static, it's not going to change anything like it did with the pit lane. Because with the pit lane, you hit static, and now your car's blurry and not the background. So there's that. So far chase, static, you can get the rotation, bring it down like that. You rotate it. For this, we'll bring the near plane bias back up. Get a little frame in. I can see the tires in that picture more, or the lettering. Bring the motion blur up, and boom, there's your screenshot. Snippet tool. Screenshot. That's simple, people. Here's another good one. Oh, don't want to do that. You've got these good screenshots now like this. You can set as your wallpaper. Here's an example. Pull it up. Pictures, screenshots. Here's the ones we just did. Should be. There you go. And now I don't have mine on fill. You can change that. Background settings. Fit or fill. Fill will make it look better. So there you go. There's your screenshots that you so please, and that's how you do your camera packs. This is the new Arctic car, not the Gen 6. I still can't believe we can say that with how long we waited for the new Arctic car. But thank you for watching. There is your tutorial for the day.